Excuse me, hello. Not Thursday, it's Friday Eve. Always a fun way of looking at a day. Hello everyone. Rob, am I going to open my gates today? Very possibly. I don't... Ah, I see. A good line there from Isabel. Weekend so close, can almost taste it. Oh, yeah, I said hi in chat, but hello again. Mark, Derwin, Mars Girl, Rob, Oki, and Sion Luth, and Hazy. Thanks so much for being here. Look at your profile picture, please. Looks cute. It's, my screen's a little far away where I'm looking. So I've trouble seeing fine detail from this sort of angle. My second monitor is vertically placed for space, but it looks like a cute fox, I think. A firefox, something like that. And Mark's got more announcements. Oh my goodness. So, a shirt from Monty. Let's check it out. Yep. Once more, I did not come back in yesterday afternoon to do things. Oh, that's pretty cool, Monty, but I have a lot of these. I have all the styles on these. Red Panda named Mr. Red. Cute. I'm glad I was able to guess right. Love my helmet, thank you. It's not the official cyber helmet, or whatever goes with this. But it's close enough. I'm gonna swing by the museum before thinking about opening up my gate, since I've already got 4 fossils in my pocket. Sonic is ready to visit Glossmount. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Glossmount is not quite ready on our end. And Sonic has a gift for everyone. Wow. I would not mind a chili dog this morning, to be honest. That sounds like a pretty good breakfast. But I kind of love chili. Kind of love hot dogs. Sort of. Mark's got a very good or more announcement. Oh, hey Mars Girl. Might need an assist on this one. I'm gonna have to check to see if that's appropriate. That's my only concern ever seeing things in a language I don't know the I mean, even the alphabet. Yeah, an Ammonite Xiaomu. I'll take a look. And yes, it does look like my free stuff cleared out really nicely. Just take a look. I think I have everything I need from this stuff. Check our turnip prices quickly. Oh, it dropped quite a bit. 126 yesterday morning. I'm definitely looking for a pretty... I would say I'm looking for a pretty low-key day. I can tell you that. Opening my gates up sounds pretty good. That's... Folks are usually so nice that it's a pretty, like, mostly pretty relaxing for me. I worry about being a good host, but that's can be a nice distraction sometimes. Sonic has a lot of rings, and his pockets can only fit $9.99. Sounds like there's gonna be bags of those good Sonic rings. Wow. And a Labelle Fashion Challenge. Okay, I really like doing those, to be honest. I still haven't tried failing one on purpose to see if you even can. That's one department I don't mind, even if it could be a easy victory. I have fun doing them. Yeah, I am... Oof. I mean, let me ask, how are you doing, chat? How's your week been? I want to be upfront and honest that in addition to my sort of personal sleep problems that I talk about almost every morning, these mornings are getting tougher, these days are getting tougher just on a large scale. A lot of worries about the world and the United States in particular as a resident there. I'm just want to say that I've been seeing a lot of people saying, just feels like a lot of people are kind of hitting a wall, and I sympathize. I think the season's changing. I myself do, for most of my life, I tend to get some seasonal depression with the daylight hours starting to wane. I think it's fairly commonplace. So I'm glad to be here. I'm not really toughing it out or anything like that when it comes to this yet. I more so am just... It makes me question my approach. And it makes me want to do more. Makes me wish that I could do more direct. Good news for us, nah news for Mark. Bad news for Mark, what's going on there? Whenever you're ready to share that announcement, I'm just gonna do... Honestly, I'm gonna do a quick sweep for my other fossils. I'm gonna ask and thank people for your patience while I just run around and try to grab the other fossils around here. I'm also thinking, so I haven't restocked the prize field yet. I am, at this point, I'm getting closer to thinking about filling it up really, really well. You know, kind of as a, I'm thinking about as a one last time. But I would want to turn that into, take a whole weekend probably, and try to get the whole thing emptied out and into people's pockets, you know? I love the prize field. I welcome people to make their own. But it's a little too much maintenance for me. I love doing it for folks, but I mean, and you know, the thing is, even with what I feel like is a nice small tight-knit crowd, and you know, days even go by without anybody redeeming the prize field thing, and like already I feel, I mean, right now I do have a lot going on, but I don't feel like I can keep on top of it. It's been a struggle to keep it filled up. So I want it to go out in a blaze of glory, as the phrase is. And Mars will go and come over later, read that message, sound great. Maybe buy that lamp, bring some prizes, oh goodness. I do have quite a few prizes. Last night I sort of confronted myself and, like, your switch is right there. You got the stuff in your house, go put it in that field. And, well, to be honest, around that time of night, I think what I did, I think I put on an episode of Avatar Korra. Finished rewatching Last Airbender, and I'm It's a partial rewatch of Korra, but I never finished it back in the day. It hadn't finished airing. Anyway, good shows. And, I fell asleep. That was it. That's my story. Mark, never thought you would say this or expose this, but you have too many bells? Wow, folks. Really, I mean, gosh, I was about to make a comparison that wouldn't work at all. You're not so much, diving in and swimming in pools of gold as y'all feel compelled to spread it out into the community, and it's so admirable, and I don't know, I appreciate you all being here. I don't feel like I can take a lot of credit for it, but I just feel, I'm so glad to have folks around with these altruistic drives, these really kind and generous natures. I don't take it for granted. Oh, I had that. Come on, you're telling me I didn't have that bee? It's okay. I'm not good at bug catching in this game. It's definitely something I could practice a little bit more. I don't think I saw a bottle recipe around. Did I skip that somewhere? It's such a nice offer for anybody with house loans or building projects. You know, those extra bells in the pocket can just take days off, you know? Yeah, and especially when in the earlier stages of the game, I remember hitting my storage limit all the time. I'm sorry to do this. I just want to find that bottle recipe. That is a weed. Oh, Mars Girl, you just got the free house customization, really? Congrats. Let me see what... No, I have an amber in there. That's what that one is. I forgot to check my storage at the end of yesterday. I may also... It's definitely possible that I might have an ammonite in there. Alright, I'm not seeing a bottle. It's very important. Thank you. Oh, do I want some? I'm good on bells. I mean, like, I'm not gonna, you know, knock them out of somebody's hand when they're trying to offer them to me or anything like that. Not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, etc. Oh. But, you know, as I say sometimes, I retired when I hit 10 million bells off of turnip trading. And I really have just been living off of that. Still have, I think, like 9.5 in the bank. Yeah, I love Al. I really do. I like him a lot. But I'm pretty sure I have his photo, which is, I just like that. And I could get Peppy. I'm gonna be looking for a Peppy villager. You can give me Nook Mile tickets. I won't, again, similar situation. I will not turn those down, really. But I traded in my 200,000 miles, I think it was, and still have about 100, at least, in storage. So I don't at all want to sound or seem ungrateful. It's a very generous offer. And I'll pretty much accept anything that falls my way. Museum, that's where I'm going. But I'm not, you know, if I don't act like very enthusiastic or eager, it's just that I feel very content with what I have. Al will definitely get some snacking in. And Robbie used to have Diana, but not anymore. Diana seems like a nice one. I've met her on other people's islands. And I do kind of like the name, honestly. There's something about the name Diana I do like. I don't know if I've known one in person. Really. Alright, so let's see what we've got here fossil-wise. Ankylo, Sabertooth, Iguanodon, Mammoth, Dunkleosteus, Spinotorso. No luck on an Ammonite. But I will, I'm gonna check my storage before opening my gates up here. So, I want to say that that was one I might have put aside as a potential dig site prop when I was setting up that little area. Wow, yeah, huge thanks to everybody who has been helping me clear out the things in front of my Nook's Cranny. I sure appreciate it. Definitely want to hold on to some of these. Some of these should be going into storage. I mean, yeah, actually, why not? Oh, really, Mars Gold? That would be fantastic. I know Xianlu was looking for one. Alright, so I think there were, what, 2 more fossils hidden around somewhere? And a bottle somewhere. Wonder where that bottle is. Okay, still gotta... I'll just move these over. Hearts on the chat. Marcy just won 34 million... whoa? Whoa. How many pocketfuls is that? Huge congrats, Marcy. That's a ludicrous amount. That's a ludicrously large amount of bells. That would definitely... That would be... I would not need another bell the rest of the game. Oh, have it in crowns. That actually makes a lot of sense. So I'll be posting a dodo code up here. Yeah. C7 2XS. 2XS is... Isn't that the name of a band? Am I wrong about that? Huh. I'm actually gonna check that quickly. The 13th studio album by the Scottish hard rock band Nazareth. Huh. Scottish hard rock band, really. I don't listen to a lot of hard rock, but I got a huge soft spot for Celtic influence. Celtic music and Scottish music, fusion, actually. Back in the days, I used to go to the regional Renaissance fair. One of my favorite parts was the musical acts there, some of which are very traditional. Ah, there it is. Sonic has a gift for everyone. Thank you. Oh wait, I'm scrolled way so far back in chat. Ignore me. But yes, gates are open. INXS, that is that's the one I was thinking of though. Yeah, thank you. That was the one I was actually thinking of. So from Violet, amazing DIY while enjoying a cup of tea. For a flat garden rock, yes. Who's my favorite villager apart from Fuchsia? The other one I name frequently is Kyle. Kyle the Smug Wolf, who ended up being like my best buddy in New Leaf. Very memorable to me from the years I spent playing that. Rock music in excess, yeah. I dig that kind of like license plate joke of a name. I don't know, band names. Sometimes you want to go for that good combination of kind of low-hanging pun or reference with just like a certain amount of catchiness to it. And welcome back, Sonic. Yeah, Kyle's good. I have to say, Ribbot's one I haven't had, but Ribbot's one I'd really like to have. I'd really like to have Ribbot. I'm gonna have to pull up a list of peppy villagers, though, because I think that'll be... I need a peppy villager to complete my emotional growth. By which I mean learning the like final 2 reactions I'm missing. Is my camera just... I'm just gonna tilt it a tiny bit here, I think. Yeah, sorry about the slight dark spots in the green screen. It's something I really would like to fully address, but I honestly don't think about it until I set up in the morning. If I can remember about it, I'm gonna look into it. I hope it's not too distracting for people. It is. I'm not exactly a perfectionist. It's a little bit in my nature, but it's not to go too deep into the self-analysis, but yeah, I guess something that I found very helpful, even though I don't consider myself a perfectionist, but a sane, don't let don't let perfection be the enemy of like completion, something like that. Oh boy, I actually can't remember what it is at the moment. And I think we're just waiting. We do have some flights coming in. Let me look this up. Let me see if I can find... Don't let perfection be the enemy of good, or the enemy of progress. I guess those are the chief ones. And for me, that's been useful. Very much in streaming. Like, my green screen's not perfect. Personally, I think it's good enough. If it's, you know, people can have different standards than me. That's always acceptable. Somebody wants to nope out of the stream because this shadowy area, I understand. My microphone could be better too. Hello and welcome, Sion, welcome Sonic. So we have to damage Sonic to get the rings out. Sonic, this is an immense, I appreciate your sacrifice here. And we'll get the damage spark off Sonic there. Alright, as long as you're okay, Sonic. I know Sonic's pretty tough. You just let us know if it's too many hits. Alright, I'll take one of these. Thank you. And yeah, I think Mars Girl is just going to be on her way over. Feel free to hang out. I'm going to take a look at this recipe really quick, because it looks awesome. I know it's a rock, but I think I want to actually run and craft this. I don't know if it's going to replace anything in... Oh hey, there's one. In my Zen garden, but that's where I'm going to be looking at. Oh, okay. This isn't really what I meant to do, but... Oh man, that's cool. I guess I've probably seen screenshots of all the colors, but I do wish, alright, I'm gonna be shoot for the moon and just say I wish that you could pick 2 colors on it, not just 1 color. That's pretty awesome. Oh yeah. You sure can. Not the rocks though, which makes me a little sad. Like, this is customizable. Why not this? I wish more of the rock stuff was. It's okay though. Alright, looks like Abel's Sisters will be opening any minute, basically. Is there something else I need to... I feel like I'm short a tool. But I don't think I actually am yet. Let's see. We might be able to find a crafting villager. I'm kind of sticking to some routine here. I hope you folks are comfortable hanging out on the island. And, making yourselves at home. Oh, good. Alright, see. We're improving Sterling's house a little bit. This is so much nicer than his weird steel bunk bed. Little by little. Maybe we can get a partition in here to replace some of these bars. Gonna work on that one. A pirate is coming over. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Guess if they're a pirate like Gullivar, I'm less worried. Pirate steal. Yeah, pirates, I mean, real life pirates were very bad. Very, very awful. One of those, like, odd sort of things where they are, like, fairly glamorized in media, I feel like. And I remember, I think it was 6th grade or something like that, in English class, having a big, like, English studies or whatever they called it. Not even history. Just doing, like, a big segment module curriculum thing on pirates, you spin dash pirates. That's a pretty good response. Just because like Pirates of the Caribbean was popular. I don't know. It's like, and it's pretty odd because going into actual historical documents about any famous pirates, like if you reading anything that wasn't pretty much written for children, like had nasty stuff in it. Oh yeah, and that is a thing that, like, real life piracy is very much an issue. And I sort of, I hesitate to comment on it just because it's a very complicated issue that has a lot of complicated history and context around it. It's definitely terrible what happens to people. And I need to go craft myself another net. I'm trying to just like make myself all tools again, rather than buying them, since there's a stamp for that. I don't think I've made a net in a while though. Oh, now I need tree branches, of course. Of course. I think I still have some in my storage. Good to have you back, Marzi. And just thanks again to everybody here so far this morning. Let me get that open. Okay. I really do try to stay away from Twitter while I'm live, for a variety of reasons. Oh gosh, you look cute. You look like the Zelda character Tingle, just a little bit. But, I mean, let me ask, any fans of the Scott Pilgrim comics, movie, or game? I think I know Mars Girl. Mars Girl's feelings. I like the comics. I try not to be too negative about the movie these days. I like the game a lot, although I've only played it a bit in emulator, I think. Just because your baby Nye's, fair enough. Yes, one of our dogs is named, in fact, is a Scott Pilgrim reference entirely. What's going on, Monty? I was looking for a crafting villager, wasn't I? Anyway, I just to say, I hope it's not nothing. You know, these days I'm definitely like, I'm letting myself get excited for small things, you know? Always trying to keep my expectations in check and all that, but it looks like there might be a chance that there may be some news about the Scott Pilgrim game, which is sort of, it's almost kind of like missing media at this point, because it was a digital-only title on PS3 and Xbox 360. I'm not gonna wake Bob up, he's fine. And it got delisted, pulled from sale, so the only people who like legit have that game are people who just, you know, bought it at the time. I unfortunately didn't have either console when it was available. But it's a cool game. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up with a very good soundtrack and extremely good pixel art. And I do have it set up to be able to play it in an emulator. Which, I mean, I'm so glad to be able to do that. To have that capability. And it seems to mostly run pretty well on my computer. But like, if I could spend, you know, 20 bucks or something and get that on Steam or on my Switch, heck yeah. Croak is DIY, thank you. I really forget to go up there and check in on Croak. I need to make a really nice area up there. That should be my next project. I should really try to beautify that little hill up there. Just, you know, oh, Sonic just went supersonic. I think he saw a purple hedgehog and just had a defensive reaction, I'm not sure. Super nice clothes you'd wear to a fancy restaurant or your cousin's graduation ceremony. Give you some formal clothing, okay. Oh, look at these cute outfits. A silk shirt, okay. Let's see if I can't put together a nice outfit with that one. Oops, close the window, no problem. Spin dashing the purple hedgehog low, no, watch out, label. Yeah, I'll have to, I'll put this silk shirt on. I'll probably check out Able Sisters Hit Croaks. And if my outfit's not ready, I'll have to go to my storage before trying to finish off the fashion challenge. That's my little agenda for the time being. Ooh, okay. Thank you, Mars Girl. Oh boy. Yeah, gee. I'll, have to ask you about that. That is I very much want to be, like, welcoming of not necessarily English speakers, but that it's a very large concern for me is that I'm not able to moderate things that are not in English, and that's a pretty legitimate. So I'm gonna do that off screen, you know. Or actually, since people are here, I'm just gonna blur it for a second here. This puts a blur on, right? Is that gonna be good enough? Yeah. Oh, I guess, let me check. Should I actually go so far as to report that, Mars Girl? I mean, before I delete it, I mean, just let me know if you would. And in the meantime, let's enjoy all these really nice things people put on my bulletin board. Maybe not since they're from Russia. I hear ya. Just a got some supersonic on here. Okay, well that gives me an idea of what sort of category of thing that might be in. Oh, and I realize this is blurred, so you can't even see what I'm looking at. I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna erase this. And here I am. Alright, and sorry folks if anybody read that, was able to read that. That is, it's gone now. And I'll have to check on it later. Yeah, let's just move on. I'm gonna throw some of these bells in the bank. And Marky's got some gifts from Escape Land. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Marky. I'll check that out. I'm gonna do a little bit what I was doing. Try to stay on track, sort of, just so that I don't get too distracted. Hey, Quig. So good to see you. Good morning. Welcome on into the stream. How are you doing? We're just having a day in here. People are dropping off all kinds of presents. Look at these cuties, though. This cute scene. I have not seen that amazing pirate robe that Mark is wearing here with that crown. Wow. But I gotta run up to Able Sisters. I gotta look at the clothes. I've got to go to Croak. Is it Croak? Alright, need them chill vibes. I hear you. I really hear you. Today's definitely on my end, and I'm not really talking about the stream so much, just generally, but feels like, oh, I need to put on the shirt from Label first, right? Feels like I've kind of started climbing a hill since I woke up, you know? Hey, Chemo the Gunner, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Oh, I am starting to... She did give me... Oh, there it is. Oh, cool. Alright. Let's see what we can find. Go with this shirt. We are doing a Label fashion challenge at the moment. We might be able to get something not quite there. I mean... Our fashion challenge was for formal clothes. And hey, Sworn, hey, how's it going? Emo, you had a sore throat. Ah. Sorry to hear that. I've gotten a few of those. Had a few, unpleasant experiences with sore throats. Hope you're feeling better. Trying to put together a nice formal outfit here. Maybe this, though, you know? This is actually looking pretty good to me. I don't know what socks I have on. Maybe we'll just throw something in there. I think this is gonna probably knock her socks off. I might go for, yeah, I think these just go a little bit better, or these. I think these. Everything going on good there. We are royal, already royal. Alright, folks are being cute. Folks are being nice, and I sure appreciate it. Oh my gosh. I wish I had the, I need the, like, Anxious Still, I think is the one I'm missing. Boy. I don't even know. I don't even know. Well, I'll take some of these. I don't mind refilling my bank account a little bit. Oh, holy cow, Mark. Yeah, this is... You know, quietly, folks, a lot of bells here to be had. A lot of bells here for folks to pick up. Hey, Queen Claire, good morning. So glad to have you in here. How are you today? Lily Record Player. Oh, that's a fun recipe. I do have this one. But the Lily Record Player is a very fun recipe. But yeah, folks, I'll mention for anybody joining in now or recently, but my gates are open, and just some very generous players here giving away bells and gifts. As far as I know, I think it is for anyone. Holy cow. Sonic, Rob Gaming, and Mark334H here are just overloaded. We had to get Sonic started, you know, dropping some rings after taking a little bit of damage here, but hasn't stopped yet. So yeah, Sworn, you can get yourself a code. The Dodo code is open to the more the merrier. Rob's still gonna have 1 billion bells in your... Legit, I don't know if it... Does it go that high? That's so many bells. Way to go, folks. I mean... wow. But yes, I'm gonna be open here for another 40 minutes, basically. What's up, Mark? Look at chat. Let me see. Oh, Sion, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. I'm not giving anybody anything right now. Just, you know, take what you feel like you can enjoy and pay it forward when you can. You know, maybe someday you can help out a new player. You are crazy, your new reaction. I feel like kind of crazy in the like Crazy Bob's discount cars or something, you know? I feel like that's happening. New reaction, Mark? Was there something I should be seeing? Oh, that I do like daydreaming. It's a good one. And Sworn, you love my stream schedule. Thank you. It works best for me for a few reasons. It leads into my day job pretty much once I have to stop streaming to... I'm lucky to still have fairly, somewhat regular work remotely. So after streaming, I just try to get into my work email pretty much and start doing things there. But I tend to have more energy in the morning. You know, life didn't ask me, but I have become a morning person I guess I slightly have been, but I'm definitely more of a morning person. As the day winds up, I get very tired and quiet usually. Whereas in the morning, I can drink a cup of coffee, and that really, that more than anything helps me kind of get my mouth moving. But I'm glad. I mean, one thing I really like about my stream schedule is, I mean, one thing I've really enjoyed is that it seems to give an opportunity for folks in other non-US time zones, more so. Although not entirely. Certainly, it's hard to pick a time that works for every time zone. I don't know if it's really possible. But I sure enjoy and appreciate, I mean, that I have an international audience. Wild. How cool. And Sonic is going to head back to Hedgehog to get more rings. Wow. Wow. And you also have Lucky. Lucky's good. I like Lucky. I really like the detail of Lucky's eye glowing at night. Yeah, I mean, the one thing with my schedule is just if I could, I would be streaming more. I was really looking and trying to do more evening streams, but have had to make a strategic retreat from that plan for now, unfortunately. Do more on the weekends, so I do get to do more on the weekends. A superb combination of pieces. I've expressed the theme beautifully. Thank you, Label. Oh, thank you, Quig. That is... got some experience working for an international company, yes. I won't mention the last thing I remember you working on, but I imagine time zones were a big issue with that. Eastern time zone morning's a pretty decent choice. Yeah, I really like having that option. And amazingly, like, got a few people, I think in Central time zone, or it's even earlier, but I don't think we've gotten any West Coasters in on the morning. US West Coasters. Pretty understandably. A label skirt, let's see how these look. Ooh. Not bad. That would go really good with... I'm trying to think what this other top is that I've seen. I think there's a top that'll go perfectly with. And Sion overwhelmed with all those bells. Hey, throw them in the bank, pay off your house, build a bridge. You got options, right? I might try just putting a few things into storage at the moment. Yeah, I've really been enjoying unlocking the label items, Mars Girl. Oh, Sion, if you need to make a second trip, I think there's plenty of time to do so. What's up, Rob? But I'm trying to, like, all the label stuff I kind of try to buy all the colors of when they show up in the Able Sisters the next day. What's your question? Let me know. I think I want to hold... What sign do I have posted on the shop sign thing at my little home? What? The sign out in front of my, like, house? It's a US election poster. It's for the, it's the official Biden-Harris campaign, which I'll definitely be open to questions about. I understand it may elicit different reactions, and I certainly have a lot to say on that subject. But I do kind of want to put myself out there, even though it makes me uncomfortable, to talk about it if people have questions. Isn't that political? Sure, it's a political sign. I've also had Black Lives Matter fireworks, and pretty much since I started streaming, I've had the bot saying on a timer, just asking people when possible to look at a link. You know, separating things between what's political and what isn't political is often, what's the best way to put it? Kind of a goose chase, in a way. It's an argument I've had with people before. You know, what we call political, what we define political, tends to be not exactly arbitrary, but subjective, I guess. It kind of up to people what they want to call and view that. If the overt political nature of it bothers you, you know, I really don't want to make people uncomfortable. But this is important to me, and I honestly, I mean, what I hope is that seeing that kind of support might make other people more comfortable. I have my criticisms and my extreme, you know, my lots of feelings about things coming up. And this one's definitely pretty important to me. I know blending the real life with the Animal Crossing thing is tricky to do. And people can and will have their own approaches. Someone in a menu. Just hope we can close on up for whoever's trying to make a flight in here. Thank you so much. And hey Sheridan, good morning. I'm not sure I thanked you for the follow yesterday. But thank you for that recent follow. I really appreciate it. People also use Animal Crossing to get away from the real world. Absolutely. Yeah, Animal Crossing as escapism is a very chief reason for its popularity, I think. And, you know, again, if it's too much for some people, I understand. It's important to me, and, you know, to those who it might provide some comfort or support to, that to me is where I want to be at. And I do want to put it out there because there's a certain amount of confrontation that I feel like I need to be willing to take on. You know, that said, I am gonna, you know, do what I want to do. I never I don't think I've ever, you know, given the my island, my streamline before. But of course, that's what it comes down to. Curious as to my viewpoint on the election if I want to talk about it. I'll give a really short version. And I'm gonna repeat the words of a very, very good woman on Twitter, very good black woman on Twitter who I'm trying to put some money towards a good course on anti-racism, but in a medical situation, in medical triage, you stop the hemorrhaging first. And my viewpoint is that the most important next thing for voting Americans to do, I realize I'm not speaking to only Americans, so I'm sorry that this has become very US-centric suddenly. And I'll try to move on. But it is essential for the public benefit and for myself personally that we elect Biden as president in order to just try to stop the metaphorical bleeding. That's trying to put it as short as I can. I don't love Biden. I've got a lot of problems with him, got a lot of criticisms, but I would rather be fighting. I'd rather be fighting him, you know? That's me. So what did I miss anything? Don't have an opinion and have never voted? Well, it's not great. It's not great. I mean, is my reaction. Not gonna tell you how to feel or what to do. That's not at all what I'm here for. I'll talk about myself and what I'm doing. But it's a time when very vulnerable people are under very active attack. And you know, as a white man, I'm extremely privileged, as an openly queer person, it's not as good. You know, there's a lot of bad things happening on that front. It's kind of wild. Problem is the process, but that's a different conversation. It's part of the conversation, and I hear you completely. And that's the real can of worms. That's tough. Is that like a good result in this election? The result that I want in this election, that's not going to be a solve-all by any means. You know, I really think, unfortunately, that it's going to be a huge amount of fighting after that. But folks are tired. I'm tired. The daily litany of news is burning me out very badly. You know, I already had like one real big burnout last year. And welcome, Queen Claire, so good to have you. No, the process stinks. The process may be broken. But I think we have to make things a little bit better and have the conversation the whole time on what needs to happen next. That's me and Natsian in the blonde bun. Yeah, we did end up dressed pretty similarly. And yeah, sorry, I was monologuing there for a bit, but farewell to anybody leaving. Welcome on in to folks coming in. Should have, yeah, we're good on time here. So if folks need to make multiple trips still, I think we got a fair amount of time. Arriving from September. That's a very interesting island name. I like that. Is that, I'm curious, Sworn, do you do monthly islands? Or is that just your favorite month? Or you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but to me, it makes me wonder if you're doing a new island every month. Which, wow, if so, it's cool. Because it's a September month where you start. Fair enough. I like that. I think of the month names. It's actually a good one. September is the best month, and great people are born in. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm an ass. Hey Quig. I'm like a week late on your birthday. I'm so sorry. I was a day late last year. I went and looked and reminded myself that I was a day late last year. Now I'm like a week late. Oh boy. Sorry for saying a word I wouldn't normally say on stream. I just had a... I feel so guilty and bad. We're old friends, Quig and me. I'm real sorry though. I swear I just went and like September 1st, I think. Like, don't forget her birthday this year. Yes, quite agreed. Good, excellent people, great people are born in September. I'm just gonna grab some more of these bells here. Holy cow. Oh man, that really... Oh, you're so nice. You're so nice, Quig. That just... that full-on hit me. Once upon a time I had these things on a calendar, these important dates. It's been a really stressful week. It's true. I'll say something and... Wait, no, I'm going to put these bells in bank, actually. Yeah. God, I'll have to say something about that. About 2 million bells. Ah, wow, folks are... I mean, I don't mind refilling my retirement account here. I'm actually almost back to the 10 million with no work at all. Oh, Sworn, please do. Take as many pears and oranges as you would like. All that fruit will just grow right back. Kicking myself. Okay, I do want to try to get one of these bees, though. Oh, I didn't get sticks for making another net. Sheridan with a really good question. Do I think I should vote if you don't understand the process or the candidate's viewpoints? I always try to understand, but feel too uneducated in what's happening to ever vote. Like my perspective, I think that's a wonderful question, and I think it's great that you think that way. I don't have an instant response to that. You know, I honestly, I have a few thoughts that are sort of bouncing in my head around that, because it's an extremely thoughtful question with real implications. And there's a lot of sort of layers to that I'm thinking about. I think if you can align yourself... I mean, here's the thing, and I don't know how ridiculous this is. I mean, I think if you're in that position, you really might just want to think about your priority values and really, as much as possible, try to think about the actions of, you know, the two... I wish we weren't a two-party system. I have definitely tried to support candidates like Bernie Sanders in the primary, you know, where possible. But, you know, I imagine that if you reflect on it, you'll find yourself aligning with one group more than another. And I personally think that even if you don't feel fully informed, you are still absolutely entitled and valid and good to go out and vote. Even if it's, you know, a straight party line for what you think aligns best. Soren waiting for it to buy online. Oh, let me scroll back up here to chat. Care enough to learn, it's true. You know, I think for one thing, especially if you start getting involved in local elections, it's not impossible to learn about all of the candidates, but it's actually impractical to try. Just from my own experience, you know, knowing everybody running for your local township commissioner and things like that, it's awesome for people who are able to get involved on that kind of level. But you know, it's a unfortunate thing that democracy really should be counting on a well-informed populace, but the level of complexity of information is beyond what can be fully, like really fully taken in. And Mars Girl said Alana Glaser has a program called Cheat Sheet, helps organize and sort that information. That sounds really good. And yeah, Sheridan, dig down to core values. Sworn waiting for me to buy an online. God, the first person waited for, huh? Afraid to be okay, and I'm still catching up on chat here. Sheridan, afraid to be exploited by a group, some kind of shoehorn effect. That's another like really big conversation. Both political parties are. I really try to avoid both sidesism, because from where I am, Democrats are absolutely the better option, and Republicans at this point are actively trying to harm me. Let's say that at the mildest. But they're both trying to exploit human labor. They're both trying to maintain an extremely exploitative status quo, and that is the truth. And Quiggy, without giving away too much, day job directly related to exact election processors, wildly complicated. People doing it for a living make mistakes. Ignore the complexities of the national process. Vote for whichever of the two major parties' candidates most align with your conscience. I think that's really solid advice. And I think that basically lines up with what we were saying. And hey, Tyler Does Things, how's it going? Welcome to the stream where we are, we've been talking a little bit on and off about the upcoming US election, just so you know. Kind of bouncing around topics, but that has been trying to field questions on there the best of my limited ability. Don't need a party to sit in the center and go, yeah. The bit rate did just drop quite a bit. Let me know how it's looking here on your end, folks. It just got pretty gnarly on the statistics I'm looking at. Hopefully it's not too bad. Had a few skips. It looks like it's recovering. And then dipping again. This is so much, Mark. This is so many bells. The stream keeps pausing though. Yeah, I think this is just Twitch dipping. If it oh, it's just getting worse. I might need to try restarting it. And then it comes back a little bit. Folks, just let me know if it's hanging in there, if it looks like it's crashing fully. It's really just, it's going up and down. What can I say? I'm trying to think of a fancier way of saying that, but I'm just seeing the bit rate go up and down a whole lot. Mostly down. This is a ludicrous number of bells. And yeah, Mars Girl, it does make me. It makes me so uncomfortable. It makes my heart start racing. you know, so afraid of saying something deeply wrong or embarrassing. And I'm stopping the stream now, so I shouldn't even really be talking. Let's see if we can't, Alright, looks like Twitch has decided to, reject my stream key again, which he likes to do now and then. Good thing I was recording today. Missed a little bit of the intro, but whatever. Now let's try that again. Oh, yikes. Maybe. Oof. So it should be coming back. Man. Like, nothing I can do about that. That was what I was thinking, Sheridan. As soon as the conversation gets heavy enough, just the bitrate drops. What a coincidence. Nah. Which is just, it does it sometimes. Stream is still behind by a mile, yeah. I'm sorry about the lag. I think we're just gonna have to put up with the lag for the next 10 minutes. Because we are so close to the end here, folks. It's so frustrating when it gets so unstable close to the end. And I do just want to respond. I did see what you said before, Sheridan, about just thinking that we should have a middle-aged and healthy person in charge. And you know, the first thing I want to say is like I hear you, and it's tough to... I think ageism is a real problem. I think, you know, Americans in particular can and do have a problem with separating ourselves from elderly people and from generally treating them as, you know, less to say, less capable. That said, I think it's, just as far as I know, there are, I don't know, I don't want to get, it's tough. I think it's important to take people as individuals, but I do think that, you know, like, statistically, I prefer having, you know, not necessarily like 40, but I'd rather see a 50 or 60-year-old in office than a 70 or 80-year-old, personally. And I'm not sure if I still have like ageist bias that I really need to still confront. I think I do. And it's something I want to get better about, but that is kind of how I feel. And that's an interesting perspective. You know, how would a candidate do against a younger version of themselves? It's an interesting thought experiment. You know, I do think you could make an argument for, you know, certain skills really can just get better and better as you get older. Um, you know, I think it is ageist and unfair to think that, you know, being old necessarily means that you are less mentally capable. But I think it's also important to recognize that just everybody starts having things like memory issues as we age. You know? Just things like that. Age is a number, but biological degradation is a thing, right? Yeah. And you know, some people can stay really... are just gonna age differently. Everybody ages differently. And some people can remain super, super sharp. You know, well into their 70s, 80s, 90s. It's not impossible, but it's definitely more exceptional. And Mark looking for a prize? That's cool. Can make that happen. And Sonic coming back in? Alright, that's cool. I'm gonna close my gates up in like 2 minutes. Just so folks are aware. Just getting close to 10 here. Oh, thank goodness, it does look like the bitrate recovered. I really wonder what happens there, because like the weird thing about that to me is that when I get those like weird dips and it just doesn't start recovering, pretty much always I have to go get a new stream key from Twitch as well. When I like try to come back on stream, I get an error from OBS that my stream key isn't accepted. And it's really kind of a pain because there's a different way to authenticate. This is like software chat, I don't know, it's probably not interesting. Long story short, it's just... I wish I could figure out what's going on there, because it's really a bit of a pain. Trying to do everything I can to make the streams stable and all that. Oh, Marky, are you still here, by the way? Yes, alright, you do. Yeah, you got a redemption here. That is a spicy question, Sheridan. Very, very bad about that. I would feel very, very bad about that. I understand the kind of appeal about it, and when I was younger, I sort of had ideas about, not an IQ test, but, you know, a fact-based, what do you know about these candidates kind of thing. Orange 3. And the problem is, as I learned, I mean, one thing is I learned the historical context of IQ tests, and if you ever want to see something just kind of might make you laugh, might make you cry, congratulations, Marky, on your gold wall there. The first IQ test that was developed and given to people in the United States. Alright, and Sonic is getting a prize as well. Cherry 2. You can spin again on the numbers if you want to try to get something dug up there, Sonic. But long story short, the first IQ test is a joke. It asks people about, like car brands. Oh, I actually have to go close my gates. I'll be right back. You can either grab those bells, Sonic, or I'll dig you up something else. Emma, when you come, meet you in the museum. Don't ask questions? So basically, IQ tests have a really bad history. They're notably flawed from the start. Measuring intelligence is... I don't know if it's impossible, but it's problematic. And I think one way to put it is that it tends to reflect the values of the people designing the test more than the attributes of the people taking the test. Which isn't to say that they have no use, that they can't be done, but I'm not sure what use they do have. Because I have to end in 3 minutes, Emma, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that timing there. I didn't mean to head you off personally. It's just because I have to end the stream in 3 minutes. And just the airport and all that stuff would mean not much time. Pair 4. You got the bells again, Sonic. Would you like to just re-roll one of these and see what you get? There is a correlation, yeah. That's what I'm... It's not that there's nothing to it, but it's still... I guess the thing that I really see with it is that it's still mostly... what you're considering to be crazy smart is very much a reflection of, like, societal values, rather than, like, an intrinsic measurement of something, concrete. You know, I don't think intelligence can be measured in the way that, you know, we can measure height or width, obviously, right? You can compare it. You can, you know, certainly we can see that folks can have more intelligence about certain things, right? So it's natural to try to find a way to measure that and compare that. And just the caution that I have and that I would really want folks to think about with it is, you know, just who is making the test, what are their goals, and who historically has benefited from them. And it's, you know, I took a couple, like, when I was younger, I had a lot of problems in school. Just going back to the start here, this is going to be really, really quick. My parents obviously saw that seemed like an intelligent kid. I was reading, you know, big books very early on. But I did very poorly in school. And so my mom went through a 90s parents phase thing of, you know, what's going on with my kid. And, you know, like a lot of kids, I ended up diagnosed with ADHD, or just ADD at the time, I think, which is a fair assessment. And I got IQ tests and all this junk. Sorry, I don't mean to say junk, that's a very dismissive. But it just, I don't know, it never did anything for me, to tell you the truth. But I got to see a lot of kids like me who used those IQ tests to put other people down. And that sucked. And let me catch up on things here. Absolutely, Sionlu. Thanks so much for the generosity from folks. And I appreciate the questions and the respectful conversation here. I am pushing my comfort boundaries a bit, but you know, I really want folks to feel comfortable. If you don't, you know, let me know about it. If there's a change that I can make without compromising what I'm doing and what I want to be doing, you know, I'm really open to that. And alright, Let's get this from Quiggy. If you want a way too long discussion of IQ, recommend the video The Bell Curve by the YouTuber Sean. So that's The Bell Curve YouTube Sean. Discusses the controversial book of the same name. I need to watch that. 2.5 hours long. Yeah, that might take me 2 sessions. Thanks so much for the recommendation. I have to get out of here. Thank you so much, folks. This was a good day for me. And I really hope that you all take care. Have a good rest of your day. And I'm gonna let AutoHost take it. Sorry for the person I could be, should be rating. I gotta run out. Look at Chatty Chat. What's going on here? Gots to juice. Alright, thanks again, folks. Thank you so much. Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely, Sheridan. I'm not... I don't mean to make you feel off or anything. I'm just, like... I just want folks to know that I'm not practiced at this. I don't have a lot of experience at this kind of talk. And I am going to be trying my best to just be thoughtful about it. But I have... It is my intent to try to... this was a perfect conversation to me anyway, in terms of, like, listening to each other. So I appreciate that, but I gotta go. I've said it before, I'm just gonna roll up like an armadillo and get out of here. Thanks, folks. Take care. Hope I see you same time tomorrow.